Welcome to Grandom Conversations, a show where the conversations are as grandom as the name. I'm your host, Ben, and joined as I am always by the Jimmy Olsen to my Lois Lane, Granville.
Hello there. Oh, okay. I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, Lois Lane is like the best reporter at the Daily Bugle, and Jimmy Olsen is just the
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, he's the Jimmy Olsen. Exactly, he's the camera guy. You having to look up Jimmy Olsen? He was basically
he's
a
close friends with Lois Lane and Superman.
I thought about saying the Jimmy Olsen to my Superman, but I felt like that it was even worse.
I thought you were gonna do like the Anakin to my Obi-Wan,
no,
something like that.
But yeah, so welcome to Random Conversations, a show where both me and Granville both bring a random topic of conversation, and hopefully you all in the audience do as well, and we all talk about it. So we'll just jump straight in today. Granville, what is your topic of conversation?
Well, okay, first I have to start this off with a hypothetical. Okay. Ben.
Yes.
You're a very lonely man.
Yes.
Say you ever got, married one day and had kids.
As if,
yes. Would you let your kid beat you? Or would you beat your kid? Okay.
No, Granville, I think you would know this from first-hand experience. I never let you beat me in anything.
Oh, man. Starting off strong. Sure, that's definitely the case.
No, it is the case. I never let you beat me in anything. If you beat me fair and square.
Yeah, it's true.
I will cheat to beat you if I need to. There's no such thing as an easy victory.
No.
And in my experience, or at least in my idea of this, when you're a kid and you go up against somebody, you have to work in order to beat somebody, it's more rewarding than if you just were like, oh, look, here you go. Here's an easy win for you, Tiger.
It also inspires work ethic.
Exactly. So, yeah, when I have a kid, I'm never going to let them beat me at anything.
Yeah, no, I won't either. Even if we're playing, Monopoly or something, I'm gonna, pound some real estate into this kid.
Exactly. You gotta get used to losing. And that's... As somebody who grew up not used to losing, and also every time I did lose, I would cry abjectly about it. You have to get used to losing. So...
Life sucks. Get used to it.
Exactly. Now, spinning off from this, what is some weird when you're a parent, Granville, what weird things will you do with your kids?
Well, I don't really spend my days thinking about, what can I do that's weird with my kiddos?
Well, I've already got a great plan for my kids when they grow up.
Is it the gravel thing?
What gravel?
Teaching kids fake swear words.
Yes, I will teach my kids that some normal word is a swear word, just to watch it when they.
Did you say gravel? Oh my gosh, Dad!
Or not like gravel. Like it has to be not
chuckles.
Chuckles might be a decent word.
A kid-friendly explicitory term.
No, not that. I want a really something that they will learn in school, something that'll take them until
teacher is just
yeah. So if I said anti-disestablishmentarianism or
no, you said something that's worse than the F word.
Yeah, or not pollution. What's the water cycle or photosynthesis. If I use the word photosynthesis as a swear word, then when they get
the PH word,
yeah, when they get to 6th or 7th grade, which is way older than they should be, to know that, then
you can even play it down by just casually every now and then saying photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis, you stupid. Photosynthesis.
Kids, never repeat this after me.
It's almost like, have you ever, like when people think that they know a word, but
they don't understand it at all?
Well, yeah, or like like a turn of phrase that people, they think they know. Like
I do that all the time.
Like bon appetit,
Bon appetit.
Yeah, bon appetit. Like there's a whole Reddit thing that's called Bon Apple Tea, like 3 words.
Yeah.
And it's full of people who
don't understand phrasing.
Yeah, or like, what
the slang term means.
Or not, they understand what it means, but they think that it's like not
friendly.
No, it's that they think it's different. It's a different form, like, because there's like one on there that's like, what does Florida ceiling, like the state, what does Florida ceiling mean in architecture? And the post is like, yeah, I always, well, it's like a screenshot of like a Yahoo Answers. It's like, I always hear people talking about Florida ceiling windows and Florida ceiling drapes, but I don't understand what that means. And then like when they're describing big windows, and the guy, the top comment is, I think you mean floor to ceiling windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, just weird stuff like that. And I feel like that'd be funny to do, kind of something similar to.
So they
kid.
Misunderstand someone's talking, basically, and it leads them to believe that this is a slang term.
Well, they know it's the slang term. Like, they know that floor to ceiling means something, but they mishear the
floor to ceiling, and they think they say floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How did we get here from kids?
Because I'm gonna basically do that to my kids. I'm gonna teach them that
floor to ceiling.
That's a floor to ceiling right there. Basically, what I did with you in
John Windows.
John Windows.
Shut up. Oh no. Okay, the sick twisted man. When I was like 6 or 7, Ben taught me the story of how John Windows founded Windows.
He founded
the Microsoft company.
And Bill Apple. That's why they call it Windows, because it's Windows company.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I've always enjoyed pulling those pranks on people.
Yeah, specifically young children who don't know any better.
Exactly. Because those kids are so gullible, you can do anything to them.
Oh gosh. People need to put you on a watch list for something. I don't know what, but we need to put you on a watch list for something.
I'm not going to be on any watch lists.
Okay. So how else can we rabbit trail this?
What?
Okay, say your kid gets an unsurmountable lead. Will you stop at nothing to beat your kid? Would you cheat against your kid?
Maybe.
Teach him valuable lessons.
Life's not fair, kid. I will.
Dad, you're cheating. Life cheats you, kid.
He's playing Monopoly. He's got a big collection of
you
property.
I'm suing you.
You just take all his money. It's like, the bank has foreclosed on your house.
The economy is crashing.
Sorry, I'm the government now. You have to pay your taxes.
Your wife has divorced you and took your kids.
Sorry, I'm your wife. You have to pay me.
Have you seen the photo of the Beanie Babies court trial? Because it's like back in the 90s when Beanie Babies were big, and they were like, they divorced, and they were like, who gets custody of the Beanie Babies? Yeah, they did like a pick which Beanie Babies you won and took a turn-based system.
Beanie Babies. What was the word? What's the word? Beanie Baby
antique?
No, the
website?
No, like the craze, like the bubble, the Beanie
fad.
Yeah, the Beanie Baby bubble, like where they got all worse. That was so crazy.
The Beanie Baby bubble?
Yeah, you don't know this?
No.
Beanie Babies. The reason why they had this was because in the 90s, people thought that Beanie Babies would be worth, thousands, if not millions of dollars in the future. Have you not heard of this?
Why? This is like pods or whatever they were.
Pogs?
Pogs, yeah.
No, because have you not heard of the Beanie Baby bubble?
I have not heard of so stop saying that. Have you not heard the great Beanie Baby disaster of 1993?
I mean, it was, because what happened was the people who put out, the guy who created Beanie Babies and the company that put them out.
Did they stop making Beanie Babies?
Yeah, what they did was they created scarcity in the market. What they did was they
So there was a high demand for Beanie Babies.
Yeah, because what they were is they said this is one of the first, it's the same thing that happened with comic books at around the same time.
Yeah.
People said, these are collectibles now because they come out in limited quantities. There's only a limited number of this run of Beanie Babies that will come out.
Right.
So people got into their heads that, wow, there's only a limited...
Gosh.
Yeah, these things will be collector's items someday.
I gotta buy all of these that I can.
Exactly. And a craze started where people bought them all up. And the accompanying time made millions of dollars because people bought them up thinking that their Beanie Babies would eventually be worth thousands of dollars, 20 years in the future. And then people realized they're just Beanie Babies.
I wonder at what point, 20-year-olds have just, 29-year-olds just realized that they wasted their 20s trying to buy Beanie Babies.
No, it was only about a year too long.
Oh, okay.
But it was...
at what point does a guy realize, I just wasted my whole life savings on...
There's still one or two Beanie Babies that are worth a little bit of money, like $1,000 a piece.
You had to cash out as soon as you could when people started to realize.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Great Depression. As soon as one person realized it,
the stock market,
it quickly fell.
Oh my gosh, buy, the stock market is great. But wait, what if it isn't great? Oh my gosh, sell.
Yeah, so it was, just like that with Beanie Babies. People were like, wait a second, they're just going to keep putting out new Beanie Babies all the time. And they're like, wait a second.
But wait, that's illegal.
Yeah, so they did that with Beanie Babies. They did it with comic books were like that. In the 30s, Florida land sales were like that.
Yeah.
Or in the 20s, I would say.
I mean, here's the thing. There's always going to be a limited space of property, and there's a nice demand of where the property is.
Well, the thing is, in the 20s and 30s, actually the Marx Brothers made a whole movie about it called The Coconuts.
You look at the
mic. I'm looking back at my Marx Brothers on Blu-ray, but they made a whole movie about, because what happened in the 20s and 30s was people were like, oh, this land in Florida, this is before the internet and all. Mm-hmm. They were like, man, this land in Florida, it's so great. It's like, full of beaches and nice palm trees and stuff like that. And people were selling crap land. They would sell people crap land in Florida sight unseen, and people would buy it because people were...
Beaches!
Well, yeah, because they just, before, Orlando, the area around Orlando. We've been down to Disney World. Yeah, they would sell, that land.
Not great land.
No, and they'd sell it for a lot of money and be like, oh yeah, you get all this...
Look at this huge land. And you've got so many beaches on both sides of you.
And it's not even the beaches. It's people were like, Florida land is in demand.
Yeah.
And so...
I gotta buy all the land I can before it all sells out.
Yeah, so I could sell it to other people and make money off of it. But then eventually, it's like a game of hot potato and somebody gets left with the bag.
Yeah. And the idiot just sort of stands there like, hey, take it back. Take it back.
I sold it for 20% of what I bought it for.
That person probably was the person who was like, wait, if everybody wants it, I'm just going to keep it.
No.
No?
No, because with all bubbles, like the stock market, like comic book collecting,
eventually they start to realize how stupid they are.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people only get into it not because they enjoy whatever thing it is, but they want to do it to make money because they think that this is going to be their money making investment of a lifetime, and eventually they just trade the things back and forth with each other.
Right.
And eventually somebody wises up and is like, wait a second, these comics ain't going to be worth anything in 20 years. So why should I buy them?
And, yeah, that person's probably smart.
And then nobody starts buying, and somebody's left holding all the money.
The pieces.
Yeah. And it's like a little bit like the .com bubble in the early 2000s.
Okay, you just keep naming random bubbles that I've never heard of.
Well,
FloridaLand.com.
Well, the .com bubble was basically everybody in the 90s was like, everybody buy up any website that there is because websites make money. We don't know how they make money, but somehow they do make money.
They do, yeah.
So eventually...
And then they started to realize that you can literally just name a website whatever you want. Or .net or blah, blah, blah.
Well, the problem with that one was more that it was more like the video game crash of 1983, where there was just so many different websites doing different things, and nobody could make money. So there'd be like 6 different pet businesses online, and nobody could make money because nobody had enough, of a reach. Yeah. So there was like the famous symbol of the .com bubble was pets.com, which used to be like the main pet website. They bought a Super Bowl ad, like $2 million. Like, this company had not made really much money online, but they spent $2,000 or $2 million or whatever.
I have heard of pets.com.
Yeah, they'll, or maybe it wasn't pets.com. It was definitely some pet website.
Yeah.
Where they spent like $2 million for a Super Bowl ad.
And what is it?
And then literally within
Butler.com or what was it?
Ask Jeeves? No.
Yeah.
Ask Jeeves wasn't really a part of it. Well, the problem with Ask Jeeves was that Google eventually took over. Ask Jeeves used to be the #1 search engine, but then Google got really big.
Mm-hmm.
But and Yahoo. It was first Yahoo and then Google. But people were spending money after things because they were like, oh yeah, this will make some kind of return on investment, and then just never did.
Mm-hmm. Okay. On to the next topic.
All right. Well, I guess it's my topic then. So, Granville, in one of the lost episodes of this podcast, we talked about...
Oh, we're going to go here?
Well, we talked about creating our own sports organization, sportsmanization. Yeah. So, I think that now is the time that we bring this up off the ground. So...
Let's get this thing started. Ground floor.
We're starting it here, folks, and you'll be a part of it. So,
what do we want to do?
That's the thing.
Okay. Let's just start random. All right. I'm going to name a random sport. Mm-hmm. Tell me your first thought.
Uh-huh.
Football.
Fun.
Baseball.
Fun.
Wiffle ball.
Fun.
I'm going to need some more interesting thoughts. And don't say interesting as an adjective for one of the sports. Give me a couple... don't give me an adjective. Give me something that, gives some feedback, not a single adjective.
Okay.
All right. Football.
Tackling.
So you gave me a verb instead. Okay. Tell me how doable it is.
Not very.
Okay. Wiffle ball. Baseball.
Not very.
Yeah. Dodgeball.
Not very.
Tag.
We're not Fox.
ESPN looking for content. Esports. No. Basketball. What is it? Spike ball.
Ugh, I don't like spike ball.
Wall ball.
The greatest sport of all time. But you can't have a competitive league with wall ball. It's more like...
It'd be individuals.
But it's more like the PGA at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no such thing as a league.
I mean, there is leagues, I guess, for like tennis and stuff. But it's like... Well, not really leagues, but it's like a governing body. You can't
have a ranking system and matches.
I mean, there's ranking in golf and stuff.
We could run it like
but then you'd have
UFC and stuff like that.
But you'd have to have like majors and...
we could totally do that. It could be occasional, so that we could get everybody ready when we need them.
The wall ball?
Yeah, that's the only problem.
The wall ball fad ended long ago, Granville.
Pickleball.
Pickleball?
Pickleball. No, I don't even know how to play pickleball.
It's wall ball, but with tennis rackets.
Yeah. Speaking of which, tennis.
Why would we do tennis?
And we have no way to do tennis.
I've got a tennis racket. Okay.
Yeah, but do we have a tennis court? We do have a park nearby that has tennis. Right near the first tee.
Yeah, but I don't want to go out there.
Yeah. There's
but there's only 2 of us too, so we
need to get enough. We need to get a small sport that can.
Well, the thing is, in order to start this league, we would need to
get a very select few.
Well, I mean, we could do a Madden online dynasty.
That's esports as well.
But it's still sports.
It's esports, Ben.
Well, it's kind of different.
No, like they call Madden events esports.
Well, no, I'm saying like a connected league, like a franchise mode, where you draft people. It's not just playing.
I don't know. I don't think it would work because it needs to be unique in a certain way, and I understand that people don't do a lot of that stuff, but
no, that wouldn't really work.
The problem with that is, if people could just, then why don't people just watch actual football compared to? Because
we're in quarantine.
Yeah, then watch old games. What happens when we leave quarantine?
We get a devoted following. I mean, there's one thing. I mean, have you ever heard of 1920s football?
1920s football.
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of laterals.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally rugby.
I know. Well, no, but not in the 20s. If you said 1880s, I might agree with you, but...
What's 1920s football?
Well, actually, I'm gonna stand up for a second.
Then don't talk so we can keep the audio consistent.
I'll keep the audio consistent. So, these guys came down from Illinois a couple years back. The Tech. Let's see if I can find them. Okay. This is 1920s football.
I take it Tech has a team and they have a team in Illinois.
No, it's actually 2 teams from Illinois that came down here.
Why did they come all the way down?
Because Tech was holding a celebration of World War I, because it was in 2018. And
they look so like they're really slow.
Because these are not professionals. These are old men.
Yeah.
But
he runs so weird.
Yeah, but they got the big old style football,
and you could definitely
and they got the leather helmets. See, look, those are the footballs there.
Yeah, and they're not as oblong as they're more circular.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's like professional football like how we know it today, but it's also not. I mean, they run the option. I mean, they're running the shift here out of the tee, but this
is Army football.
Yeah, exactly. I think the yellow team, if I remember correctly, was the Marine Corps, and the green team was the Army. So,
So, here's the problem with this. There's a reason people don't play 1920s football.
Well, that's why they got flags on. See, the guys are in. It's flag football, technically.
Well, people...
At the very least, we could start our own team and face these guys.
Nah, I'm good. I don't really...
These guys
I don't want to drive to Illinois.
We'll meet them in Indiana.
Also, we're going to need, probably 15 more people.
No, 11. Or 9 more people.
You're telling me that nobody's going to get hurt?
Yeah, because there's flag football, Grandpa.
I don't care if it's flag football. It's 1920s football.
Well, yeah, but they still it's flag. See, look, that guy went for the flag there.
And he absolutely muffed it, I just want to say.
But it's flag. And also, I was really lucky that the one play I recorded was an interception return for a touchdown.
He just started jumping up and down like, yeah, go Army!
No, I was actually rooting for the other guys. I was rooting for the Marine Corps.
You should root for Army then.
But the Army team was much better.
Yeah, clearly.
They
realistic.
They demolished them.
You vetoed a couple of mine. I vetoed this.
What? I vetoed wall ball?
Oh, I didn't really care about wall ball.
Which was did I veto, Granville?
Dodgeball. He did dodgeball could be very workable.
It couldn't be workable.
You know why?
Because
it's unique.
But it's wiffle ball technically isn't unique. It's baseball. The way I see that these sports leagues, these minor league sports leagues, like the ones I talked about,
it can attract people.
Well, no, I don't. It doesn't have to attract people. I think it's more fun and goofy to just pretend that it's like the major leagues. I don't care about it.
Then why can't you pretend that dodgeball?
Because that's
oh my gosh! He just won the dodgeball major.
Because that's too much suspension of disbelief for dodgeball to become the major sport in America.
Okay, so
I think basketball could be workable.
Basketball could be if you did like a 3v3 type scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, where do we play?
Also,
who do we get? That one gets enough people.
We just go in a time when they're not busy.
I'm gonna be busy a lot of the time.
Well,
See, another thing I think about this is it's probably gonna have to be like a summer league type thing.
Oh yeah, because that's what they do in the MLW.
Yeah.
Or
Major League Wiffle Ball.
Yeah.
MLW. Yeah.
So.
Which shout out, I guess. Even though they're not gonna get any new subscribers.
Oh no, but. If anything, we need to steal subscribers from that.
Hey, yo, MLW, shout out for your shout out.
But yeah, see, the thing I like about the MLW, and I think the thing that we need to try to copy in our league, is the fact that they
like to treat it like a real deal.
Yeah, because but
ironically.
Well, I'm not sure if they do it ironically. I think we would do it ironically, just because that's what we are. But it is definitely like the Pennsylvania Zephyrs.
For those who don't know, we came up with random teams to play each other in a World Series.
Not random. That's my team.
Okay, yeah, the Pennsylvania Zephyrs is Ben's created team. I was forced to create a team, and so I came up with the Granville Gophers, which I'm still disappointed in our nickname, the Gophers. Ugh.
But
we are now the Granville Grandmasters. I'm
Grand
a level
Slams.
90.
The Granville Slammers.
My hit points are 9,999.
It's over 9,000. But yeah. So if we did basketball,
we would need probably like 12 people or so. That would field 4 teams.
Yeah. The problem is we don't know anybody. Do you know people from your school?
People from my school want to do it.
You sure? You can find at least 12 nerds that'd be willing to do it.
Ben, I don't know nerds at my school. I made friends with the not nerds.
I'm sure you can find 12 sports fans that would like to do it.
Also, if they're nerds, then they won't do it.
I'm sure you would find 12 sports fans that would like to do it. What you play?
I might be able to get like 1 or 2 people, but that's about it.
I mean, yeah.
Former friend, well, they're still friends, but people we don't see as much are more likely to get.
Probably. If you all would like to be interested in, well, first we got to figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Basketball could work, but there's nothing interesting about it.
I mean, you have 2 divisions. You could just treat it like the NBA.
Yeah, but there's no uniqueness to it. That there's no reason to watch it other than there's no draw to it. There's no special thing.
No, but the draw of it is the fact that we're rando kids acting like this is the major leagues or whatever.
How do we make it funny then?
Well, it's not necessarily funny.
Then why would people watch it?
Because I don't know. There's people out there that enjoy the smaller, like that's like the reason I like minor, like the reason I like the AAF and the XFL or because they're like small scale operations in comparison to the juggernaut that is the NFL.
Yeah,
and that's the reason I like college football, especially my school's college football, because it feels so slapdash and put together that that is enjoyable because it's just the people doing it for the love of the game.
Which is probably why anyone would actually watch this podcast, because why would you listen to us when you could listen to actual professionals? Which is why we have no listeners.
Exactly.
If there's anybody out there, please help us.
But we would have to. The reason we would and plus we're not doing this podcast because
we're gonna make it big time, Ben.
Yeah, and we're not doing this sports league because we're gonna make it big time. We got to do something.
Do something for fun.
Exactly.
In reality.
Yeah. See. The way that you gain subscribers, from what I can understand from people talking about it on YouTube, is you do what you like. And if what you like, and if you liking it comes through the product, then people will
probably like it.
Yeah, or at the very least
they'll some people.
Or at the very least they'll find some enjoyment in it because it's like, wow, this guy really loves what he's doing. They're not just doing it because, we're gonna be huge stars.
I'm gonna be the biggest YouTuber who ever existed.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's been so many different people.
I'm the next one up.
Or during the Minecraft craze in 2014, there were so many people who were like, you know what, I'm going to make a Minecraft YouTube channel. Not because I like the game Minecraft, but because
I want to be a millionaire.
It's because Captain Sparkles is out there and he's a millionaire because he plays Minecraft. So,
right.
Obviously we didn't make this podcast to
become millionaires
because we ain't ever going to be millionaires from this podcast. But there's the same kind of philosophy behind the sports league.
Right. So, how do we get people to join? That's the next phase. Would we do we agree on 3-on-3 basketball or some sorts of basketball?
That'll work. I mean,
that's the element of it.
Well, I mean, the MLW uses 2 people on or a maximum of 3 people in the field. Usually, a lot of teams only use 2 in the field to play wiffle ball.
Yeah, the problem is it's different in wiffle ball than it is in basketball. You've got a clear disadvantage if you're playing 2-on-3 in basketball.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that we could use the smaller numbers in wiffle ball. It might help us out.
Yeah. Well, wait, what do you mean?
I mean
that if small team?
Yeah, well, I'm saying that if we have trouble finding players,
we can do small teams.
Then the smaller teams of wiffle ball would help.
We could do some sort of combine.
No, we're not.
And then we could do an actual draft.
Or I mean, maybe. We would have to find 2 other people to be team owners, in quotes. We can come up with branding after we finish up because the
major national basketball.
You ever know? Have you heard of the story of what's this, Lamar Hunt coming up with the AFL in the 60s?
I've not heard of it.
Basically, Lamar Hunt, who was the owner of the Kansas City, or became the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs after he created the league.
Yeah.
Him and Bud Adams, who would become the owner of the Houston Oilers. They were wanting to become a part of the NFL.
And so they created their own teams to rival it.
Well, yeah, but specifically what Lamar Hunt did was he was on a plane ride back to Texas from the NFL owners meeting, from where they denied him access to the NFL, to owning a team.
Right.
And he basically wrote out on the back of airline stationery and sick throw-up bags the overall design and the league structure for what would become the AFL.
And this is our version of it, and we're going to become millionaires and
yeah, certainly.
Join the NBA.
Yeah, eventually
the Gran will go first. Sorry, heading to your NBA. Where would the Pennsylvania Zephyrs be based in real life?
Pennsylvania, of course.
Pennsylvania. You just build an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
No, that's my compound.
That's your compound?
Yeah, that becomes a city, like a small town. That would be Pennsylvania.
So what city is Pennsylvania going to be based out of?
Pennsylvania. The city is Pennsylvania.
But where's the compound owned? What's the address of the compound?
1776 First Avenue, Pennsylvania, Tennessee.
And so you're telling me that Tennessee is going to recognize you as a rightful mayor or whatever, dictator of Pennsylvania.
You can found towns.
Ultimate ruler.
They're like, at the very least, you don't have. It can be unincorporated. It doesn't have to be officially recognized by the state.
So you're an unrivaled ruler of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm the mayor of Pennsylvania.
Does this mean I get to become the unrivaled ruler of all places named Granville?
No, because those are incorporated towns. I am physically founding the town of Pennsylvania.
You hear that, Trump? Make the news.
No, because people. Well, I wouldn't say. I'm not creating my own micronation of Pennsylvania.
You're going to rebel against the United States of America.
And besides, people have created micronations and nobody cares.
I mean, the UN doesn't recognize those people.
Nobody recognizes them. There's one weirdo out in a compound that's like, I'm my own country. I'm the prince. You know the Principality of Sealand, right?
I have never heard of that.
You've never... Okay, I always say that to you.
Yeah.
This whole podcast is me explaining things like Granville.
You've never heard of XYZ?
Well, the Principality of Sealand was... Okay, back in the 60s in England. Have you ever heard the term pirate radio stations?
I've not.
Okay.
Oh, well, sort of.
A pirate radio station would be like somebody... It's basically an illegal radio station. Back in the 60s, the BBC had a monopoly on basically all radio communication in England. What some guys... during World War II, the British created these basically islands in the middle of the sea. Like, basically oil platforms in the middle of the ocean that were used to basically... They were the first warning signals in case the Germans ever invaded.
Yeah.
In the 60s, all those things had been decommissioned. And so what some guys did was they went out to one of them, it was like a couple miles off the coast of England, and they created a pirate radio station where they played their own music, that people could listen to.
And they just lived there?
Yeah, and eventually what happened was the pirate radio station moved out. There was this other guy who came in, and he created his own country called the Principality of Sealand. A principality, of course, is a nation that's run by a prince instead of a king. So, he and his family moved to Sealand.
How did he convince his wife, just like, hey, so I created this nation, I'm the prince of it, you're gonna be my princess?
Yeah. And so he, and the story of Sealand is really crazy, because what happened was, there was, a couple, I think there was one or two other families moved in there, too, they were part of Sealand. And one guy basically had a coup in Sealand, and he took over and kicked out the main prince's family.
I am now the rightful ruler.
Yeah. And so what they did was the prince came and went and met with some German mercenaries.
Oh no!
and they physically took back over Sealand from the other guy. Or I don't think the other guy came in and invaded, and then they had some German mercenaries come. And
it's all just a joke.
Yeah, but what happened was the British government would tried to kick them out of Sealand, but because they had those German mercenaries,
they can't do that.
No, what Sealand said was they had recognition from the German government of their existence as a country, and so since the Germans, because the Germans, what happened was they basically captured the other guy and like held him hostage, and the German government had negotiated for his release. And so, since the German government negotiated with them, they said that the German government had
recognized its rulers.
Yeah, had recognized them as a country, and that the English had no claim on Sealand.
This is our country.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can become a not a prince, but you can become like a knight and a duke of the Principality of Sealand.
It still exists?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
So is this technically a country? Well, it's not recognized as a country by anyone.
Besides Germany. It's not really a country, but there's there are people who still live. Yeah, because the original founder's son is now the prince. Like, his father passed away, so now he's the prince. And is this
like a city now?
No, it's like a really small... It's like the size of a house.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really small... It's... I think at some point, some skateboard guys went and like made a half pipe on Sealand, and Yeah,
and then the prince stepped out of his house and was like, "Hey, you screw up!"
No, yeah, he invited them. It was publicity, and also
he just looks up and there's skateboarders,
and then
he just immediately goes, "What the?"
I think there was some
not again.
I think some website or some sketchy website used Sealand as advertising. Like they painted their website on the side of Sealand. But yeah, and then there's also like ones in like the west of America. There's just some guy who owns a ranch and it's like, this is my country now.
Oh yeah,
I'm the king or a dictator. I think he is technically. I don't remember the name of the place, but there's a lot of
recognize them.
Nobody that's the thing with a lot of micronations. Nobody ever recognizes them, but I like micronations.
Well, the ones who aren't harmful, at least.
Well, I mean, there's not really the difference between micronations and small nations. Or micronations are usually like 3 people who say, "I'm a country now."
We exist.
Yeah,
and recognize us.
Yeah, just like me in Pennsylvania.
Okay, well, that's about the podcast episode.
Yeah, I mean, so we don't have, like I said before, we don't have a MVQ because nobody submitted questions this week. Thanks, everybody. So
we're going to go cry in a corner and think about what we did to upset Roy.
It was all the yelling last episode. He was like, Mom and Dad are fighting. But yeah, so thank you all for listening to us.
Roy, please come back. We're sorry.
And we'll catch you all next time on Grandom Conversations.
Bye.